Good afternoon. Welcome to Lunch with Laura. I am going to show you a beautiful little fall card that uses our designer series paper scraps. And let me give you a look at the card. There we go. Not quite centered yet, sorry. Okay, here is our card, and you can see these are strips of our designer series paper. Then I used the set called Fruitful Blessings, and it can be used for a lot of different things. I'm going to probably use this for my Thanksgiving cards, and I just think it's beautiful. And with the colors in the All About Autumn 6x6 DSP, here are some of the pictures, or the scraps that I had saved, and all of them have a copper on the reverse side, which is just beautiful. So let me show you what we're going to be doing, and I want to remind you that my website is stampingatthebirdnest.com. You can reach me at laura@stampingatthebirdnest.com. Here's the September host code. You can put that in when you check out, and I'm offering a September special. Okay, if you have an order of $50 or more in merchandise, you're going to get the choice of these 3 embellishments. Let me show you what they look like. Okay, we have the flat adhesive backed pearls, and they are iridescent and just gorgeous. I love these. Our old standby, our rhinestones, or the brass butterflies. Okay, you can pick one of these when you place a $50 order with me from now until the end of September. Okay, let's get started on the card. Oh, and I do want to show you the coordinating dies that go with the Fruitful Blessing. And now, thank goodness, Stampin' Up! Is naming their dies the same thing as their stamp sets. Woohoo! So you don't have to go searching and searching until you find it. So here are some of the dies, and I punched them out, cut them all out so that you could kind of see what they were. So this right here are the flowers. Then you've got the pears. That's pretty obvious to see. This is the die I'm going to be using today. It has 3 leaves and 2 acorns. You've got a couple of other acorn dies, this leaf, and 2 of these, as well as the branch of leaves there. Now, look how cute this is. You get a solid piece for the corn, then you get one with all the holes in it, and I put it together to show you what it would look like. I've seen it backed with black, and it really looks cute. Okay, so that's what the dies look like, and let's talk about the colors I'm using. Okay, this is one of the new colors. It's called Copper Clay, and it's one of our new in colors. And I'm finding I am using it a lot. I love it. All right, so you've got your cardstock cut at 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4 1/4. Then I have Mossy Meadow, which has always been one of my favorite greens. And it is cut, let's see, I believe, let me not tell you the wrong measurements. 3.5 by 4 3/4, and that's going to go right there. Then you're going to have a vanilla piece that'll go on top. That is 3.25 by 3.5. And then this is the piece of DSP. Mine aren't really scraps. What I did was I took the Designer Series paper, All About Autumn. It's 6 by 6, so if you cut it in half and then in half again, you get 4 3 by 3 squares. So I am going to put this down. Let's see, where did my dimensionals go? Here they are. Nope, those are little ones too. Okay. Remember to use all of your designer paper. Honey, get me that pack of paper on the bar over there. It's colored.
Colored paper?
You don't see a stack?
No, this?
No, I haven't gotten yet. But look how gorgeous this is. Now this is the reverse side of all the printed side, and I'll show you what I mean in a minute. So see how there is copper on each sheet? And look how pretty. We're going to use some of this today. It goes well with the peacock, pretty peacock. Okay, then you've got books, you've got scenes, you've got pumpkins. So it's that type of fall things on the other side. Okay, I'm going to get that out of the way. And I'm going to go ahead and put down my mauve. I'm sorry, I'm on Moody Mauve now. My piece of meadow moss, because I wanted it to be popped up. So I'm going to put it, I'm trying to make it about equal all the way around. So that's done. And then we've got our Very Vanilla right here. And we've got our 3 by 3 piece of paper. So I am going to cut these into 1-inch strips. Okay, so that one's at 3. Here's the 2. And the 1. Okay. Now, the fun thing about this is that you can put it together like a puzzle. Okay? So we've got this and that. And this, which I can move down. Now, you can do fun things with this, like throw in a different pattern from the paper, or use the reverse side. See, that's where that pretty peacock comes in, right there. Or you could do it this way. I kind of like that pumpkin, so I think I'm going to let him show and do this so that we get a little copper in there, okay? Now, when I go, I'm not real crazy about everything being absolutely perfect. I'm not that OCD. Sometimes I wish I had a little more in me, but what I do is whenever I'm putting things like this that I want evenly spaced, I start at the top and at the bottom. So let's do that. And I'm using our seal, and I just want it to be like 1/8 of an inch. That could have gone over a little bit, but that's okay. And oops, that's going to go right here at the top. Now it's easier to space that little one that comes in the middle. Okay. All right, so that's going to go on here. And I knew I was going to do it. I do it all the time. I put this on before I put my ribbon at the bottom. So let me back up a little bit. So I'm just going to pull that off, and I'll probably have to use new dimensionals, but that's okay. Okay, I'm going to just put this flat on the mossy meadow. Let's put this at the bottom. It has some leaves here. There's really not a right and wrong way to do it, just however you like it. Okay, then I have a piece of the natural twine, and it has little holes in it, which I think is kind of cool. So on the back, I want to leave just a little room so that you can put the grateful right there. Okay, so I'm going to flip this over, and I want it right under the picture. So I'm going to put, and that's really a little short. It should be about 5 inches. So let's see if that's not going to get that side. Okay, let's do it a little closer. There. Come on. Let's see about this side. You know what? There's my larger piece. I grabbed the wrong piece. Okay, this will make it a lot easier. Okay, I'm just going to put that there. You could also use glue dots. So let's see if I'm getting it where I want it. Okay, I'm going to let just a little of the mossy meadow show through. Okay, now I'm going to leave those and just put some new things on. Sometimes we make boo-boos and just have to go with it. Let's put it on here. And I'm kind of putting them aside so that Ziggy must have found something to play with, or she's eating. I hear the bowl banging around. Okay, so let's put this back on the second time. So try to remember, don't do as I do, do as I say. Try to remember to put your ribbon around your card first before you anchor it down. But see, that's going to cover that right up. Nobody will know except you and me. Okay? And I won't tell if you won't. The next thing I did, I stamped the acorns and leaves in copper clay, and then I used blends to color it in. Most of the time, I recommend using black, the Memento black, because it doesn't smear. But I found that this did not smear. I think if you blend too much on a color with a color that's not permanent, that's when you'll get the run, the ink runs. So I'm going to put this on the back, and I'm going to use mini dimensionals down there and bigger ones for the leaves. that's gonna go right, and that'll help anchor that ribbon too. Now, I have a sentiment that was right here. Are y'all familiar with the Blue People? Well, the Blue People, oh, it was a Star Trek adventure. Twilight Zone. And all this banging was going on, and a couple looked out the window, and there were all of these little blue people running around putting things here and there. So when you put your your seal down on your paper and you come back after a while and it's not there, it's because the blue people have been visiting. So apparently they took my little sentiment here, but I used the sentiment called Grateful for You. The other ones say, wishing you many blessings, hello friend. So we're just going to pretend that the sentiment is here. Can y'all do that with me? And we also have two things left to do. I want to put some of these darling little brass butterflies. That's one of the gifts you'll get if you place a $50 order this month. And I'm going to lift it up with my little pokey tool. That's what we call that sticky thing. Or you can use the other end. And let's see, I want to put them where they'll be seen. So let's put one there, and we'll put another one maybe right there on the acorn. Isn't that cute? Now, one other thing I want to do. I often forget this, and I love it, and I'm almost out. I'm going to order. This is called Wink of Stella, and it gives you a little shimmer to your projects. And you don't have to be perfect about it. You can just put it on, and let me see can you see that there's a little bit of glimmer there? You can press on the sides. Now, maybe you can see that better. So that just gives a little more glitz to your card. So you can see that both of them have a little shine there. So, I hope this has given you some inspiration. Remember, don't throw those scraps away, whether it's paper scraps, cardstock, or DSP, because there's always a way to use them. The only ones I throw away are the little skinny ones, or little, less than an inch or an inch and a half. I'll get rid of those. I know it's hard for us crafters to throw things away. So, I have enjoyed this version of Lunch with Laura. Come back next Thursday and visit, and I hope that you will find this stamp set and dies inspiring to you to make your upcoming holiday cards. Have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you next week. Bye.